So back when I was figuring out semen retention and the whole women and dating thing, I happened to be on a student exchange when this was sort of unfolding. And back then I had very different values than I have now, so I didn't mind hooking up and chasing women most of my time there. And I came home from something at like 2:30, and I received this text from a girl who was in a relationship with a guy, and she was like, "I got beers, I'm coming to your place." And I was like, "Let's not do that," and she still came. So we went up to the rooftop of the student house that I stayed in, and we're sitting there on these shitty little camping chairs, and she says, "You're the only guy that made me feel something here." And listen, I'm not saying this to brag, because before all of this I was as charismatic as a wet towel, and so I truly have been humbled already. But it's that sentence, that's what this video is about, making her feel something. Because listen man, the further we go into this social media, internet, 6-hour screen time age, the more guys turn inward, the more valuable this video is gonna get. I bet that you've already heard about semen retention, raising your sexual energy and therefore creating attraction, but in this video I'm really gonna take it a level further. I'm going to actually tell you about the dynamic range that even creates attraction in the first place as a man. I'm gonna tell you about your attention frame. I'm gonna tell you about managing space, all the things that are most important when it comes to using that semen retention energy. After watching this video, you will be part of a very small group of men that can still make women feel something. Let's get into it. The thing that I was missing was, first of all, semen retention and the energy that it brings, of course. But secondly, the idea that we don't have one energy as men, we have two energies, the higher and the lower energy. The higher energy is the upright, social, smiling, giving man within you. Very important, very sociable, very present, very safe, right? But then there's the lower energy within you, right? This is the animal. This is the energy that wants to take space, right? Give space, take space. And so in this time, you guessed it, the higher energy is very dominant, because expressing masculine energy is very much marginalized in these times. And so men are suppressing that animalistic, primal, and very loving, very natural energy. So you get a lot of higher energy. You get the social, upright, safe behavior from all the guys. So what makes that? Nice guys. That's why we have this nice guy epidemic, right? Only higher energy means you're going to use that safety and that goodness and that giving attitude to get something. And so it's sneaky. It is convoluted. It isn't nice at all. You're doing it for your own validation. You're doing it to get something from her. And so nice guys finish last. Yeah, and rightfully so. I'm saying that with zero bad intention, but it's simply good that nice guys don't finish first, because that would be a very fucked up world. Any case, that's the higher energy, right? If you get only lower energy, you get the creepy guy on the metro eyeing a girl down. You get the uncontrolled, pure, simple sexual desire, right? So that is both of the scenarios that we see. Of course, you still have some creepy guys, but 99% of men out there are nice guys. Alright, so this all ties into space, right? The concept of space. Higher energy is giving space. The social energy, it's the upright, smiling, pouring some wine, inviting, organizing. It is giving a platform, giving space, literally, physically, spiritually. Lower energy is taking space and then holding it. So your lower energy, that animal within you, wants to naturally and lovingly take space. Right? It's the group of guys that are on a vacation and one of them says, "Let's go there." It is the guy in a relationship that says to his girl, "Be ready at 7, we're going out for dinner." I want to do this and I'm going to initiate it, I'm going to assert it lovingly, right? In combination with that higher energy. So essentially, you want to have mastered your higher energy, that social energy, to provide a safe container to express your lower energy. That sexual desire, that raw energy, that thing within you that evokes emotion in people and therefore makes you memorable. It's what makes you you. Otherwise, you're just a guy who's, yes, let's go there, let's go there. So nice. Oh, and your shoes and your necklace, oh, so nice. And your hair color, it's amazing. And then hoping that because I've said enough nice things, now she's gonna sleep with me. It is everything but nice. Right, so managing space, and I'm gonna get into this in detail in a little bit. I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know about how you open up this part within you, step by step. But first, if you would be a guy who's on semen retention and who masters his upper energy and his lower energy, therefore has balance and the dynamic range to go up, to go down at will, right? To create depth and emotion at will with his girlfriend, with his friends, whatever the situation may be. And then he might come back to the middle, he might go up, yeah, sure, let's do this, right? It is very intriguing, it is very interesting when someone has mastered both energies. This is what creates charisma, attraction. So if you have mastered that dynamic range and you are therefore able to take space and hold it, then you have what you've heard probably before, a good frame, right? The term that you've probably heard before that is very important indeed for you as a guy, it all connects, because if you have a strong frame, then you are able to hold your space in the pressure of interacting with other people that might enter your frame, right? So you are able to hold and defend your space. You cannot do this with higher energy. You would just be agreeing, and you would be giving away your properties if you were 100% upper energy. So you need that lower energy to have a frame. So that's how this all ties together. You have this dynamic range, mastered both energies, which means you can take and hold space. Therefore, you have a strong frame. And it is you bringing that frame into interactions, into the world, that allows you to build attraction with any person, whether it's a woman or a man. So I'm assuming that so far it makes sense to you, but I'm just gonna use an example to really hit it home. If you would cold approach a girl on the street, it is your higher energy at first that makes her feel safe. She can see you smile, she can see that you're present in the moment, sociable, right? That's the upper energy. But then after, if she's nested in your energy and she's now relaxed, then you must use your lower energy to create any kind of attraction. You cannot develop attraction in any kind of interaction with only the upper energy. And so that's the mastery of that dynamic range. It's not that you're a nice guy, for example, and you have mostly higher energy and it's like, oh, this is bad, I have to get rid of this, I only need to have this lower energy. No. You need both. Both are equally skillful, good, necessary. It's just that people are out of whack in the upper side, right? That they need more lower energy, right? But both are really important. This sociable, emotional intelligence is very important to create the safety in that interaction, to even build attraction after that. But in that cold approach, it is then the lower energy that creates attraction. So what does that mean? Creating and sustaining tension, silence, eye contact, posture, pace, and conflict. For example, that lower energy would manifest itself by asking her a question. She responds, just making eye contact and not responding. You take the space by letting the silence be there, and you hold it, and then you slowly respond. It is these subtle things that weigh 100 times heavier than you looking good. It is the energy that you bring with the aid of semen retention in these interactions that matters. And the energy that is felt is your lower energy. Masterfully handling the tension makes her feel something, right? The nice guy, to finish the example, because I'm having fun with this, what would he do in this cold approach situation? He would be very able to make her feel safe and that her purse is not gonna get robbed or that, nothing bad's gonna happen. No problem. But then afterwards, he asks a question. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, nice. talking over her, responding immediately, interviewing, right? Not letting any silence be there, no idea where to look with your eyes, talking very fast, no space is taken, zero frame, zero attraction. Alright, this makes sense so far, right? This is the higher energy and lower energy in a real life example that I think you can imagine very well. So now that the concept is clear, how can you, as someone who's already doing semen retention or you're very interested in it, what is the step-by-step plan for you to become a man who can master this? First of all, get on semen retention. That's step 0, right? If you are not on semen retention yet, master it. Get on it. If this is your bandwidth of energy that you can play with, that you can make people feel, then this energy will become this. You have more energy to play with, essentially. So get on semen retention. That's the whole basis. How do you master this lower energy? How do you master this whole dynamic range and tap in more of that lower energy? By mastering the art of taking and holding space. So you got on retention. Now let's get into the step-by-step implementation, and that you will do by first understanding the tools that you have. So the tools that you have access to and that are all influenced by the fact that you're doing semen retention is silence, eye contact, physical posture, pace, and conflict. These 5. So let's describe them for a second. And why do they affect your ability to take and hold space and so use your lower energy? Well, the common denominator, very simply, is that these 5 things is what in social dynamics creates pressure. When people feel pressure, they start to fidget, they start to look away, they turn inward, they don't know what to do, and so they surrender to the pressure. So by virtue of silence, you will take space, pressure is created, and now you need to hold it. Eye contact, now you need to hold eye contact, to hold that pressure, right? Posture, you are physically, literally taking space, right? And this might seem easy, but you might be surprised. You need to be very aware of the fact that your body is always open, that your belly is always out, that your back is always straight, the standard stuff, right? You are physically taking space and holding it. 4th one, and this one might probably hit home as it does with a lot of my clients, talking very fast. The Ben Shapiros of the world, right? I mean, he has kind of found his way with it, but you know what I mean, right? Talking fast makes it so that pressure cannot build, so you cannot hold space, you cannot create attraction. When you're nervous, you start talking very fast. But imagine you go up to a girl and you talk very slowly, leaving silence here and there. And you're just playing with the moment, with your eyes, you're just relaxed. The difference between a slow and comfortable pace that you are deciding, so taking space, incomparable with the, oh yeah, nice, yeah, I know what about it. It is a difference between night and day. And then lastly, my favorite, conflict. When conflict arises and you have to say no, do you say no sorry? Do you say yes? And you give up your opinion? When a girl tests you, do you cave in? Do you react emotionally? Conflict is probably the biggest decider of the 5 tools that you can work with to express your lower energy. If you become good at saying no, at not responding emotional when a girl tests you, in any moment of conflict, if you can control yourself and hold that space in these moments, these are true deciders of character. So this last one is very interesting. Silence, eye contact, physical posture, talking slow, and handling conflict. Saying no to the homeless person, asking you for money. Right? These are your tools that if you would master just one of them, it would start a sort of cascade effect where if you leave silence, now suddenly you start talking slower. You start actually being conscious of more things in the moment. It often when you start with one, the other ones sort of follow. You start to sort of feel that lower energy that's natural to you. But because I really want to hit this video home, I'm gonna give you some implementations to sharpen those 5 tools with the supply of semen retention. Get to know that lower energy that's unique and authentic to you. You have to master this in real life interactions, obviously, and you cannot watch the 3 videos from me about this and that's it. You have to apply it in the real world. So let me tell you how to do that. And by the way, day 3 is my favorite. Tomorrow is day 1 out of 3. This is the day where you sharpen conflict, right? So this doesn't mean that you're gonna start a bar fight or randomly punch someone in the face. Let's definitely not do that. But conflict in the sense of say what you really feel in every fucking moment in the day. And when you get the chance, you don't agree with something, say no without explanation, without apologizing. The difference that this is gonna make is really remarkable, man. When you stand your ground, you're literally just taking the space that you require. So you're not doing something weird here, man. You're not starting conflict. You're just mastering conflict. And the best way to do that is to be brutally honest, of course within reasonable confines, but to be brutally honest. And whenever you get the chance to say no, this is your moment to grow as a person. Okay, that's day 1 of 3. Day 2 is silence and pace. So this is the talking day. Whether you're in the supermarket, at the checkout, whether you are at school, whether you are at work, if somebody engages in conversation with you or you engage in conversation with them, leave silence. And you will actually start having fun with this. And then because it's very logically intertwined, on this 2nd day, you will also control your pace. So silence and talking slow. This really expresses lower energy, so your voice even gets lower. Go have fun with this on day 2. Then day 3 obviously is eye contact, it is taking space. So the starting point of this obviously to have good posture everywhere you go, but also to take a seat on the bus, to take a seat in the train, to take physical space, right? Again, don't start a bar fight in a social way. Take space physically. As a nice guy, or if you have a little bit more higher energy, this will feel a little uncomfortable, just as the other tools that you're training here. But that's the whole point. You have to feel uncomfortable for you to be sure that things are changing, right? So everywhere you go on the street, truly do this. I want you to do this. Everywhere you go on the street, look people in the eye. Even when they're on their phone, look people in the eye, have good posture, and take space. Again, you're in a supermarket at the checkout, take space. Don't be indecisive with taking space. This day is all about physical space and eye contact, to really be present in the moment. It will make you feel more human, it will make you feel more social, and at the end of the day, you will really notice that you feel better after days where you practice this. And as a bonus, you're achieving exactly what this video is about, which is you connecting to that lower energy that is very lovingly and very naturally within you. In this video, we haven't been pondering on the wishy-washy attributes of semen retention and how it can make you a magnet. We've actually talked about the thing that will make you a magnet. This is the literal behavior and the things within you that semen retention is in fact helping you with, that is causing these moments, that is causing all these stories that you see about semen retention, attraction, and including mine. It is truly a beautiful journey to go on, because this is not about you being a pickup artist or anything. This is about you becoming more you in the lower ranges and in the higher ranges of yourself. And so people enjoy this more around you as well. It's not like you're becoming someone, or it's that you're faking or acting something. It's the opposite. You're not acting like a nice guy. You're not acting like a creep anymore. You're becoming you, mastering the dynamic range of your lower and higher energy. And in doing so, mastering the art of managing space makes the quality of your life as a man so much better. And I've heard from countless of clients how impactful this can be. Oh, and if you want to learn more about this specifically and being coached by me, I'm also very close to finishing the Art of Retention, which is a full A to Z on everything about semen retention, including the whole attraction conversation. So if that interests you and you want to be a part of a high-level group of like-minded men, then you can apply to join the community. Link is in the description. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.